All right. Welcome to episode 2 of Flannel on Flannel with Daniel. So today is the 15th of February, 2020. So I missed Valentine's Day for you guys. Sorry. I do want to talk about Valentine's Day, and I want to talk about a bunch of stuff around that. But let's just first start off with thank you for everyone that's been listening. It's only been one episode, but you guys have been really nice, and you're passing it on. I can't do it without you, obviously. So thank you. Anyways, let's talk about some of the top 10 romantic films for like Valentine's Day. And my biggest question is, what constitutes a romantic Valentine's Day movie? I think it's just love. But a lot of people think that it's some sort of Valentine's Day, on the day. You have to celebrate it on the day. I don't get that shit. It doesn't make sense to me. Cool, I'll say happy Valentine's Day. I'm not getting you nothing. I'm sure, like, we can go out and stuff, but you're people are gonna hate me for this, but I just don't think it's a special day. I think it's overrated. And even though a lot of my songs have been written either because of a Valentine's Day event or some sort of love component. So romantic films, and for some goddamn reason, it's all outdated films that are rated the best ones on Google. I don't know who dictates that, but I think it's all bullshit. I do believe that, The Notebook, that's probably the biggest one. I don't even think that took place on Valentine's Day ever. But it was about the substance of the story. The story about this love that lasted for as long as it did. Even when they forgot. Like, she couldn't remember him, but he helped her relive that story every day. It's beautiful. Ryan Gosling, Amy Adams. That's not true. I mean, Rachel McAdams. I'm gonna say shit wrong this entire episode. I apologize, but they're both amazing actors, Canadian actors actually. I know Rachel actually did the Sears Festival that cycled around, I think, Halton District kind of thing. And I was a part of that, which was really cool. I don't get to be a part of things that actually made a dent in the world, but the Sears Festival for acting in high school, it's a great thing. I hope they are still continuing to do that. I should look that up. But that's where she rooted in theater. And you can tell, but now she's adapted to all these different roles. In this role particularly, she was fantastic. She's torn between two gentlemen. Well, one's not such a gentleman, but she ends up with Ryan because he was the one that actually loved her. And moving on. Like, when I was looking up the most romantic movies of all time for Valentine's Day or whatever, there was this website I clicked on. I forget what it was, Lifehack or some shit, and their number one movie rated for romance was The Wolf of Wall Street. Who the fuck picks that one? I'm pretty sure he was cheating on her the entire time. So, like, I don't get that. That's not love. Maybe love for drugs and working on Wall Street, I guess. I don't know. The whole lifestyle maybe, but not love. Not love for another woman or man or whoever. another film I'd like to talk about, who actually, stems from that, is Leo DiCaprio in Titanic. I don't even like him that much. I didn't like Wolf of Wall Street. I kind of liked him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That was pretty good. But Titanic and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, those are the only two movies that I liked with him. And Titanic is one of the best love stories I've ever seen. Like, he died for her. That's not something that you can say. I mean, like, it might not be completely true, but yes, in this movie, died for her to save her life. I think that my number one romantic film would be either P.S. I Love You, which is very sad but beautiful, or 50 First Dates, which is also very sad, very beautiful, very funny. But the substance of that film, again, was he helped her relive that day every day. And I think maybe that's what I'm trying to get at, is that Valentine's Day is just a day. If you're going to love someone, you're going to love them over and over and over again. Every single day, you're going to help them feel that with you. I don't know how to do that. I'm very single. So don't ask me. But I feel like that is the way a movie verdicts love and romance. Again, with P.S. I Love You. Like, he passes away at the beginning and she's reliving the whole, like, all these little messages and stuff that's helping her relive her relationship with him. It's beautiful. I 150% recommend watching those movies if you like romance. Not Wolf of Wall Street. That was fucking stupid. So we talked about movies. Let's talk about some songs. I think the all-time best romantic song will be I'll Be Waiting by Lenny Kravitz. I don't know if anyone's heard that song. Like, I don't even know how I heard that song. But it's that song I will always come back to when I want a good love cry or something like that. It's something. It's a beautiful story about how, every guy this girl dates is either hurting her or leaving her, but he's always going to be waiting there for her. Again, like, who else can represent love by helping them live every day better and better, or remembering why they'll be able to love you. Another great song, which a lot of people don't know the band. The band Black Pistol Fire. I'd say, other than Kings of Leon, they're probably my favorite band I've ever listened to. I've listened to their albums a million times. When I worked at the beer store in Burlington, we were allowed to listen to music really loud in the back because we were breaking bottles and it was loud already. So blast some music. We don't have to, help customers while we're doing all the recycling stuff. So the music is fine. But Black Pistol Fire, I think every single person in that store would listen to it every time. I listened to them every time I was working. They kind of hated me. Hated me for it, but hey, this is so goddamn good. Like, I'll judge time in Black Pistol Fire songs. Like, how long is a shift? Oh, that's like, 5 albums by Black Pistol Fire. oh, let's go for a walk. Like, I think it's just down a block. Oh, so you mean like 2 Black Pistol Fire songs? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyways, their most beautiful song. Actually, everything I like right now has some sort of nostalgia appeal, and I think maybe that's where love comes from too, is that you're able to remember everything. So the song Blue Blazes by Black Pistol Fire is, he screws up or something in the story, and the lyric that really gets me is, don't write me off too soon. He's going to make a comeback. And that's what life is about. You can't predict everything, but you can make a comeback. Do what you got to do. But I want to talk about 2 other songs. And, for single guys like me, it's kind of the way I like to go with my with my night, my everything is, a bit of humor. So last night, Valentine's Day, band practice, we got together for Valentine's Day to play music. Isn't that romantic? But all I could remember was Jeff, lead singer of the band, lead guitarist. He goes, maybe we should play another Valentine's Day song. Knowing me, jackass, I said a song we know very well, and it's "Rape Me" by Nirvana. And I don't know if anyone's actually listened to that song, but it's kind of fucked up. But I would have enjoyed that. I'm a very single guy. Do it. Anyways, another one is "Kiss and Fuck Off" by the Gravel Tones. It is a really good song. I think that everyone should just listen to it for fun. It's something you can laugh at. Another incredible band, bluesy rock. Like, this one is particularly a little heavier, but it's incredible that it's just a 2-piece band. One guy on the drums, one guy on the guitar. And then that brings me to 3 songs that are particularly important to me because they're my own originals. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that there's quite a few songs that I composed or wrote about something that happened on Valentine's Day, just randomly. Like, it's not like I could have ever planned this. I have those, but I also have love songs that, people will cry to. And like, if we don't think that Valentine's Day is just one day, then these songs are beautiful too, in the aspect that you treat someone with love every single day. So my number 1, which is one of my favorite songs, it's the earliest song I'm going to talk about right now. It's called "Fruit in Bed." And it originated with someone I like to call Maddie Mixtape. I dated her. We were not dating at the time, but Valentine's Day was a great night. I can say that I went over to her place, and instead of Netflix and chill, it was Fruit in Bed. And I feel like that's the proper replacement for just, watching a movie and not really watching it at all. That's like a disgrace. You can't do that to a movie. Don't be rude. They got feelings too, especially the directors. But "Fruit in Bed," great song. I know it is my own, but I do like to plug it because it's one of my funkiest songs. I have a lot of fun playing it live. It's I think my favorite line in the whole song is, "I've got a craving for you and some blueberries too. You do you and I'll do you too." I don't know where that came from, but that song originated when I was writing another song for a short film that I directed, which was very sad. So I made like a very solitude kind of feel for the ending song with the credits. And I must have been really bored or really sad to the point where I was like, I need to write something great. And then that had just happened. Maddie Mixtape, one of the best nights of my life. I will never forget it. So many memories. I've got pictures. Like, this is a person I had only met once before this, and I still think about her till this day. I think it could have been a form of love. And I think it might just be coincidence that it happened on Valentine's Day. But I can't say that it didn't happen then. Very romantic. We went out to breakfast and everything the next day. It was very cute. The next two songs that I'll be talking about is 12 times 6 and Sally. Sally is a very sad song. It's a song about me screwing up. I screwed up. There's no other way I could apologize other than writing a song. I feel like in a way it was like something that put myself to rest as well, like my mind to rest, because I knew I screwed up. Like, I was the one that broke up with her. And I was an idiot. And I tried, getting her back. No. I respect that. It's fucking good on her. Because, I'm still single now. Like, there might be a reason for that. Who knows? Valentine's is bringing out all this shit in me. Whatever. We're going to just spray it all. 12 times 6, though. That's a funny story. How did I write a song that's called 12 times 6? Well, again, I dated someone, and we were dating, not very long, but she had such an urge to say the words "I love you," but didn't want to say that because it's a lot. It's a big step, and I don't blame her for that. She really liked me, like whatever. So instead of saying "I love you," she blurts out 12 times 6, and I'm like, what does that mean? She's like, I don't know. Like, okay. So I wrote a song about 12 times 6. Don't ask me where to find it, because I can't remember where I put it. But I remember that I sent it to her because it was just, it was a personal song. It was something to just say that, like, I hear what you're saying. I want to say it back, but 12 times 6. Oh, that's so romantic. Why am I fucking saying that? So she says, how did you write that so fast? Like, that's incredible. And it was purely because of her. It was the nostalgia of that I know it was a short time, but that relationship, it felt so great. It was so perfect. It was in the moment. Given we didn't make it very far after that, but that's okay. Like, live and learn. She was younger than me. I just, I'm not a big partier anymore. Like, I like to party. Yeah, I like to party. But I don't really do that very often anymore. I'm 27. It's almost like I don't have the energy sometimes. Like, I work all the time. I do all this stuff, like, I'm starting up a podcast now. I'm still writing films. Not that anything has been produced, but, personal projects that are going somewhere, and in a good way. I'm in a band. I like to work for, media related outlets. I will be working for, actually, I would like to plug this. I'm going to be working for, an old boss. They own La Tortilleria and, Wrestlers, which La Tortilleria, amazing Mexican, I want to call it a restaurant, But they like to refer to it as a market because you can get food there. It's not like just a marketplace. You know, you can get your chilies, your dried chilies. You can get nachos, anything from Mexico, actually, because the two owners, Juan and Axel, they are from Mexico. So they got the hookups. They got mole sauce for you. They've got lots of salsa that we actually make in a factory too. But the big thing for them is their fresh corn tortillas. And holy shit. When I worked there, originally they had like the factory in the back of this I think it was like an old auto shop. And so the factory's in the back of it, and you had the food just in front. So like you had a counter space, you had like a seating area, you know, the places where you could get the chilies and stuff and cheese and salsa, whatever. And you could see the tortillas being made. It was beautiful. But you would just snag one here and there, put a little guacamole on it and eat it. And it was, I can't tell you how amazing a fresh corn tortilla, hot off the press, tastes. You guys need to do it. Make it. I don't know how to make it. Don't ask me. Don't just ask those guys. I feel like it does take a lot of preparation, but also perfect heat, temperature, and all that stuff. Or don't ask them and just, buy the tortillas. They've got, I think it's a pack of 36 tortillas or something like that. It's ridiculous. The amount of tortillas you get, and it's only $3. Like, from when I worked there, we didn't even charge you tax because it's healthy, right? We don't gotta do that. So you can just buy these. They're fresh every day, other than the weekend, because hey, we like to give our factory peoples or the people that are actually putting their love and effort into everything there a day, 2-3 days off, because you know what? They deserve it, and they better take that break, because I love them. They do everything that you need. Their family, they deserve time off to spend Valentine's Day, to spend their love on their loved ones. Anyways, I'm just rambling now, but I'm going to be working for them again. They've always been very authentic, and now like there was a year or two where they kind of it felt like, and I hope they don't take this the wrong way, but it felt like they lost the authenticity for a year or two, and now they're back. I like what they're doing now. They're bringing back old recipes. They're bringing back the feeling of Mexico, and the family, the essence of it, of the place, the people, like paletas. I'm saying it wrong. I'm butchering it. I grew up in Michigan. I don't know how to say shit. But the paletas, the fresh fruit popsicles, they dip them in chocolate and stuff, but that's not the point. That's what, grandma used to make. You'd have a hot day. She's making fresh fruit popsicles for you and, the cousins, the family, everyone. So that's what I love. Obviously, they spiced it up with chocolate, and they made alcoholic beverage paletas like pina colada, all that, margarita, tequila in it. Oh my God, it's amazing. But they are pretty potent, so watch out. So yeah, I'm gonna be working for them again, but not in the old store manager way, which was my original purpose for them. I shouldn't say it like that. I loved working for them, and that's why I want to go back and help them out and work for them again. But this time it's going to be media, and that's my true passion. That's what I went to school for. That's what I'm going to be doing in life. So I'm excited to do that for them, and I hope you're excited too, because there's going to be some great media coming up. I can't wait for the summer, because I want to be in Kensington Market, which is where Wrestlers is it's Kensington Market is a beautiful place. That neighborhood is everything. And when I go back there, everyone that I worked with, everyone that still is there, still remembers me. And it's not like I go there often. They still remember my face. It's crazy. I love it. It feels like home still. And another reason why I'm excited to go back. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to just be annoyed and talk about how Valentine's Day is overrated. All right, welcome back. Oh, that sounds weird. I got to change something. Whoa, now that sounds better. Okay, cool. I've got Bugle here on my lap now. Bugle is my dog. He's 5 years old. He's a little dog. He's kind of a mix of Min Pin, and Wiener Dog, and Chihuahua. I don't even know. He's so cute. I rescued him from the Toronto Humane Society. I hope, and this is coming out of nowhere, this is not an ad or anything, but definitely, like, don't shop, adopt, for sure. Because, you know, a lot of people are worried that adoption, dogs or cats or whatever pet is like they're going to be troublesome or something like that. I remember when I got Bugle, the woman that was helping me, she's like, yeah, he's not going to be a cuddler or anything. He's not going to show affection or anything. But for me, he was so cute. I think everyone wanted him. I remember waiting in line. Like, people kept saying, oh, yeah, we want to see Bugle. We want to maybe take him home and adopt him. But they chose me. They chose me. Then I was dating someone. Yeah, whatever. I don't think that's why they chose me. This is my dog. He's my boy. You know, it's been a long journey. I remember trying to get him into, because I had a Jeep Liberty at the time. So I went to pick him up to put him into the back seat and everything. Oh my gosh. He thought I was going to torture him or something. I was so sad. Oh, I felt so bad for him. I did get him in. He peed all over my seat. That's okay. But we became friends almost immediately. And it was over Kings of Leon. They came on the radio and he was in the back seat of the Jeep. And he just puts his paws up on the middle, the middle seat, not the middle seat, the whatever you call it. He puts his paws up on top of it. He's just looking. I got pictures of it. It is so fucking cute. Yeah. And she said that he wasn't going to show affection. First thing he did that night, he slept in the bed underneath my legs. Given he was still very anxious, so he threw up all over me, and then I ended up sleeping in it. I don't even remember that. It's kind of gross. But, yeah, he's come such a long way. He doesn't like guys, but he's my Valentine, and he loves me. He loves my dad. He loves my friend Joey and Jeff and stuff like that, so he's gotten a lot better. He's starting to realize that guys aren't all douchebags. Most of them are, yes. But not all of them. We try our best. So anyways, he's my Valentine. He's always been my love. He's always here for me, for sure, and I'm always here for him too. That's the best part of Valentine's Day, though. You know, the love that you can give to one another. But I still think that it should be every day. Don't just settle for one day of a relationship each year. That's so stupid. Or even 2 or 3 days, like, yeah, just like holidays and birthdays. No, fuck that. Treat your person right. Whoever you're with. I can't stress that enough. You know, again, like, I'm single. There's probably a reason for that. I've been single for a while now. Not a full year, but for me, that's a long time. Like, I think what you would call me is like a serial dater or something like that. Sure. But now it's like, or even before, it was almost like relationships were falling into my lap, and it felt great. People loved me. They wanted to be with me. I haven't changed, but right now, it feels like I haven't been able to, have a true connection with someone, which is fine. I'm on all the dating apps. Maybe not all the dating apps. I'm not on like christianmingle.com or anything. But Tinder, Hinge, which is actually, I kind of like Hinge. I know it says it's designed to be deleted, but don't let that lead you anywhere, because the only people that I've met on Hinge have only been looking to hook up. Again, fine. Single man right here. I like doing that. Single lady, they like doing that. That's fine. Tinder, not so much. Like, sure, back in the day, I've been able to meet people off of Tinder. This is very nice. I could hold a real conversation with them. Now it seems like it's an ego boost. Like, they just want to, like, and it's not just women. Like, it's me too. Like, yeah, sure. Give me all the compliments you want. But I don't think I ever meet anyone from Tinder right now. Just because it's not the right database. I don't want to say clientele, but like database of people that are joining that app. Again, you do you. I'll do you too. I like that way. I'm never going to tell you to stop doing something. So you do you, and I'll do you too. OkCupid, yes, I know like a lot of people plug that app. I like it. But nothing ever good has come of it. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because great conversation. Great questions on there, and they really try to match you up. Again, I'm going to tell you, this is not an ad, because they definitely do not sponsor me. But OkCupid, they asked me some really cool questions, and a little weird ones. But like, one of the questions when I was signing up for OkCupid recently was, do you think that we should build a wall between USA and Canada? And the answers were yes, and the US should pay for it. And obviously, I'm like, yes, Donald Trump, you're gonna pay for it. Screw you. I don't like you. You ain't gonna be racist towards anyone else. I'm gonna fuck you with a wall. But like, his wall isn't doing very well. Apparently, a lot of people in Mexico are taking pieces from his wall and using them for their own security for their houses and stuff like that. And no one can really accuse them, can they? Because like, he's trying to fuck everyone over. Like, no one like, screw you, Trump. Like, and sure, I understand people love him. I grew up in Michigan. My family from the States. From what I know, that originally they voted for him. I don't think it was the right thing. Again, who am I to say anything? I don't live in the United States, but I do think that some things are kind of sad coming from him. And I don't think that, these Twitter battles and just the nonsense that he's spraying. Like, I think he should tone it down. And, guilty people usually don't try to get back at other people. Like, if it's not true, why would you really need to get involved? Right? I don't know. A lot of questions that I ask around Valentine's Day, and I think Bugle here also asked these too, is, does love actually exist? It's hard to say. Personally, I really do hope it exists. If it didn't, then that's kind of sad, right? Like, I want to be in love with someone. I am young. I'm going to relax and chill, but that's something that I do want. I remember when I was a kid, I always wanted, to be married by 25. 27, didn't happen. I'm okay with it, kind of, because I do see people getting married very young, and I also see them not working out. Not saying that happens to everyone. It worries me. But that brings me back to the question. Does love actually exist? Can you fall out of love? But if you can fall out of love, then did it ever really exist between you two? Or three or whatever. But in all seriousness, Romeo and Juliet, or the Titanic, with Leo and I forget the other girl's name right now, woman's name, but they were they never had anything before they saw each other. They saw each other from across the room, and that's how they fell in love, quote unquote. And that's, again, it brings me back to me saying, even talking about Titanic, and I thought it was a beautiful love story. But was it love or was it lust? Yes, he died for her, and that's what I said. That's beautiful. But did he die for her because of love? Can you really fall in love with someone overnight? And I've studied at Laurier University. I remember going to this philosophy class on love and sex, and I failed it. No, I didn't fail it. I dropped out before I could fail it. But apparently I don't know what either is, and I didn't realize that university could dictate that. But apparently they can. But there was this philosophy on double reciprocation. And I do like this idea of, so double reciprocation is that, yes, I see you, you see me, but we both understand that we're looking at each other. And when you look into someone's eyes, the gateway to the soul is what they call it, right? You can see someone for who they truly are if they let you. And I think that is kind of love, right? Where you're vulnerable enough to let them see who you truly are. But this Romeo and Juliet and this Titanic thing, it seemed like it was kind of purely about sex, lust. Maybe I'm bitter. Who knows? I'm a single guy. That's kind of the way I see it, you know? And again, it shouldn't, yeah, this was an exact moment, okay, and how I was talking about how you should treat someone like you love them every single day. I know it was just a day or two or whatever in these movies and these stories, but maybe they truly did show love towards each other and allowed each other to be vulnerable enough for them to fall in love. it's such a hard debate. Maybe I'll change my mind if I find someone that I want to fall in love with. But until then, I am so grateful for you guys listening. It's been a long night, actually. I mean, same as the last episode lengthwise. But this time it was just me. It was just me talking to you and you guys listening. Your ears are probably having eargasms. Hopefully, I really hope so. So I can't do this without you guys. So the name of the show is Flannel on Flannel with Daniel. You can find me on SoundCloud right now. I'm really trying to get my stuff out to everything. It's not as easy as it looks, apparently. I thought it was way easier. But I think I'm going to throw some stuff onto YouTube because a lot of people just don't download SoundCloud for one thing, you know. Yeah, it's a podcast. I'm not going to download SoundCloud for that, no. But I hope you do. Follow, subscribe. I'm on Instagram, Flannel on Flannel. There are underscores between the 3 words. You can check me out. You can email me at daniel.steven.stanfield@gmail.com. Steven is spelled Stephen. It's not the regular way with the V. Screw that. My family's cool. My dad's like, yo, it's going to be Irish with a PH, so it's a V. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but okay. Yeah, email me. I'm not going to give out my phone number because I don't want people harassing me like they're harassing Toby now. But yeah, definitely contact me, and I'd love to hear from you. Good night, and I hope you had an amazing Valentine's Day.